Tourism Minister Alain Chasney says the Castries waterfront is underdeveloped. He says the current structures do not add to the city and to its tourism product.
We talk about having a fire station, a police station, customs office, and then sheds that are unoccupied. Point Seraphine, even Point Seraphine, that you take the value of that land and you now realize that you only have one ground floor. In fact, the architecture of Point Seraphine isn't even one that is of our region. So the potential for being able to really redevelop that waterfront is huge.
Chasney says a memorandum of understanding has been signed with Royal Caribbean to begin restructuring the waterfront. But before their work can begin, he wants to see an attitude shift in the way St. Lucians think of their capital city. That shift must especially come from people who operate and live in Castries.
When we hear about, oh, we can't move a vendor or a chicken van because, boy, that's a mile away and we're trying to keep the people away and stuff like that. But then that also has a bigger effect on the bigger society. By allowing people to degrade the place and bring down the place to that extent, all of a sudden now you're undermining the viability of a lot of other businesses.
Philip J. Pierre says there is no arguing Castries needs a general overhaul. At the same time, that must be done in a holistic manner. He says suggestions like tearing down the CDC buildings need to be revisited.
You can't have a city with nobody living in it. Look at Manhattan. That's what gives Manhattan its appeal, because people live in Manhattan. You can't have a city that dies after 6. And if you turn on the building, if nobody lives in Castries, Castries will die after 6. You see, every side has every story has two sides, you know. You understand? What you need to do, you need to put probably a different kind of housing in Castries, but you can't tear down. You can't leave Castries free of any people.
The minister's focus is on waterfront development. He says the opportunities there need to be explored.
Waterfront development is huge in terms of people want to be able to come down and sit on a waterfront cafe or go shopping on a waterfront or walk on a promenade on a waterfront. So when you look at Castries as a village in many ways, it has 3.5 miles of waterfront. And for you, you can just look at it yourself and look at all the types of developments that we have on the waterfront. Very few of them are developing and are being a catalyst for any innovation, and very few of them are actually developing a return.
Castries has long had its problems, from vagrants to garbage to vendors. As a port of call, it is the place cruise ship visitors explore and identify as St. Lucia. The tourism minister wants the city, and most especially its waterfront, to paint a better picture. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.